Now on 4 News Now at 6, a plan to transform one of Spokane's busiest roads is sparking controversy. Why one man says this project will bring more crime to Spokane's streets.
And I'm meteorologist Matt Gray, tracking the last thunderstorms we may see for a while. I'll let you know how fast we'll be drying up.
But we now know what started the wildfire that burned 80 acres and caused people to leave their homes last Friday in Post Falls. Why fire officials say this is a lesson for everyone. You're watching 4 News Now at 6 o'clock.
Do you want to be forced to ride the bus? Some city council members want you to. And so does the Spokane Transit Authority, STA. But at what cost?
A major political donor is swinging hard against a plan to transform one of Spokane's busiest roads. Thanks for joining us. I'm Aaron Luna. Kirsten has the night off. The owner of the track shelter, Larry Stone, is fighting against what he calls a road diet, which is a proposal to revamp Division Street by transforming one lane of traffic into a designated bus lane. He argues reconstruction will lead to congestion, increased emissions, and more crime. Or Jordan Smith joins us live from Division Street with more on this plan and why Stone is just now fighting against it after 4 years after it was introduced. Jordan.
Yeah, Aaron, the timing of this project certainly is curious. This project began back in 2019 and had a lot of bipartisan support, and we are just a couple months out from the general election. And we caught up with Stone this afternoon to ask him what prompted this ad attack.
The traffic artery, which serves 50,000 vehicles on a daily basis, is projected to have a new look. Division Street will designate a current lane of traffic in each direction into a bus lane, allowing for smoother public transit. But despite bipartisan support, not everyone is on board.
Do you want to be forced to ride the bus? Some city council members want you to. And so does the Spokane Transit Authority, STA.
That ad was created by Larry Stone, a developer here in Spokane, who is adamantly against this project.
This idea that we can force working men and women in Spokane to ride the bus, I find abysmal. I just think that's a big mistake.
This is a project that's been in the works for 4 years. So why is this video just now being released?
I'm very concerned that we're making a mistake on Division Street, and I want the public to know about it so they can talk about it with their city council, especially with the city council election coming up.
The release of this ad comes 3 months ahead of the election, targeting 4 Democratic city council members. This is the second time Stone has timed an ad release during an election year, releasing Curing Spokane, a 17-minute video that zeroed in on crime and homelessness here in Spokane during the 2019 mayoral election. Stone suggesting that this plan will only amplify crime in the city and hurt businesses.
We are told over and over that bus routes increase business. Here is a major street in Seattle, 3rd Avenue, that has been road dieted and converted to buses. And look at the mess it has caused. Drug use and crime are running rampant.
But the reality is, this project has immense support from both sides of the aisle, including Republican county commissioners and the current mayor of Spokane.
Now, this project would be finalized in conjunction with the north-south freeway, which would run parallel here to Division. And as for whether or not this would help with congestion, that remains to be seen, though many are pointing to Monroe Street as an indicator that it will not. More on that tonight on Nightside. For now, reporting in downtown, Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.
Jordan, thank you. Breaking news from the Spokane County Sheriff's Office. The man accused of shooting at a deputy and leading a car chase that ended when he hit a wall in downtown Spokane is now being charged with attempted murder. Police say Joseph Talley shot at a deputy who was responding to a call about an argument in Airway Heights last Thursday. They say Talley took off at a high speed, driving in the wrong direction on I-90 towards Spokane. The chase ended when Talley crashed into a brick wall near the 76 gas station. At that same location, detectives say a Spokane police vehicle hit a pedestrian who denied medical attention and walked away. Talley is a 21-time convicted felon. Officers say additional crime charges are likely. And we're taking a live look over Spokane. Thunderstorms in the inland northwest today, just not here. Even if it was spotty, the rain was a much-needed break, but things are drying out and warming back up after tonight. Meteorologist Matt Gray in for Chris Crocker tonight. He's tracking what remains of the wet weather. Matt.
All right, and we told you right at the end of our 5 o'clock broadcast that maybe north of the valley we would see a storm or two try to get itself going. And that's exactly what we are seeing just north of Spokane Valley. If you live on the Pion Prairie or if you're in Green Bluff, you're likely seeing the skies darken just a little bit. That's our major action right now. So let's zoom in and show you what's going on here. So you can see in the Moffett Road area and then all the way north to Highway 206, it goes up to Mount Spokane. You can see some heavier rain between here and there, right up against the mountains before you head across the mountain there to Newman Lake. This is likely not going to be moving all that much. Winds are becoming very, very light at this time, at least as far as the ones that will steer any potential showers and storms that pop up. We also saw some showers in the Airway Heights area and trying to push their way into Long Lake, but those have since begun to fade away. That's kind of been the story here over the last hour and a half, where we saw some pretty robust activity at 4 o'clock, and now things are just starting to kind of fade away across much of the inland northwest, with only some isolated showers remaining. The big deal here is that the big weather system that was causing all this, brought all that rain to central Washington this morning, well, it's heading into Boise and eventually will be out of our area, likely within the next several hours. So things starting to wrap up as far as rain goes. Hopefully you got some good rain at your house. Humid still tonight with a lot of moisture in the air. Temperatures will be down around 60 degrees tonight, and those rain chances going to be ending fairly shortly. Coming up, I'll tell you how long we can expect to see dry weather and when we'll start heating up again.
Thank you, Matt. Investigators say they now know what started a fire in Post Falls Friday. Take a look at these photos from the Idaho Department of Lands. You can see what's left behind from this campfire. A rock ring with cans inside. Investigators say the unattended campfire caused the Parkway fire in Post Falls Friday. IDL says this is a good example of why it's important to make sure your campfire is completely out. The Parkway fire forced people from their homes. They were unable to return until Sunday morning. Our Vanessa Perez is live in Post Falls with the latest on the investigation. Vanessa.
Well, that campfire started at the Post Falls Community Forest, which is a city-owned park, and it's located up this road, and campfires are actually not allowed on that piece of land. The Post Falls Police Department says because of this careless act, that park suffered some real damage, and it's going to take a couple years to recover from. These remnants of a campfire point to the cause of the Parkway fire, which caused people to evacuate their homes Friday.
Campfires are just not a good idea. This is kind of what happens when you have one of them that gets loose and causes a lot of damage. Takes a lot of resources. Those resources on the ground and in the air. Luckily, no homes were damaged or lost, and that's thanks to the good work of fire crews. Police say there's not a lot of evidence from the campfire to go off of at this point. Somebody in the public had seen something, seen a person or persons with a campfire in that area. We'd love to hear from them to figure out who is actually ultimately responsible for this. Crews are asking you to think twice about starting a campfire. Everyone knows who's lived up here is one. Campfires, make sure if you're done with the campfire, put it out. Make sure you can actually have a campfire this time of year with all the dry underbrush and trees and everything like that, so that damaging situations like this one can be avoided. Captain Brandhill believes there is a sign at the trailhead that says no campfires are allowed. But again, there are many access points, and there is a chance that the people or person who did this did not see that sign. Again, if you have any information about this campfire that started on Friday afternoon, you are encouraged to call the Post Falls Police Department. Live in Post Falls, Vanessa Perez, 4 News Now.
Thank you, Vanessa. In North Idaho, fire danger has been raised to very high, and restrictions will go into place on Wednesday. Here's what's going to be prohibited on all lands in the 5 North Idaho counties outside of city limits: camp or stove fires, smoking when not in an area cleared of flammable material, using motor vehicles off designated roads and trails, and using a chainsaw or other related equipment between 1 p.m. and 1 a.m. For more information and detailed exceptions, visit this story. It's on KXLY.com. A wildfire burning in the North Cascades Highway has Highway 20 shut down in both directions tonight. Firefighters are calling this the sourdough fire. Started by lightning late last week, it's burned more than 1,400 acres. The firefighting aircraft have been dropping water, but the steep, rugged terrain continues to smolder. The incoming rain could help firefighters get a better handle on the fire, but they're also concerned about the winds and possible lightning strikes. Remediation work on the former site of Camp Hope is now underway. According to the Department of Transportation, the goal is to return what was once the largest homeless camp in Washington to its original state and remove any possible contaminants. Today, excavation teams started the process of clearing the top layer of soil. It will then be tested and removed if necessary. This is expected to last until the end of the month. Then the site will be reseeded. Coming up on 4 News Now at 6, new Spokane school buses will take your kids to class this fall. See the new feature meant to help you know that your kids are safe. Plus, the Sheriff's Office warnings for scam calls, what to look for, coming up after the break.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
We love to save you green.
At Mainstream, we know when your drain backs up, you need help fast. Call today for our $79 drain clearing special. In your neighborhood and ready to serve you when you need us most.
Electrical, heating, cooling, and plumbing. Choose smart. Call the company with heart. Mainstream.
Be advised, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to save 40 to 80% on a hot tub and swim spa Friday through Sunday. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2023 inventory. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. See the revolutionary swim spa. You can exercise, swim, and relax without the expense and maintenance of a pool. Hot tub starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. 18-month interest-free financing. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
At Findlay Downtown Toyota, we have some of the best inventory we've had in years, including an entire city block full of used recent trade-ins, lease returns, and special purchases. Plus, all vehicles come with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. And if you're looking for a new truck, SUV, or Camry, Toyota's got new inventory rolling in with great financing options. So make it a summer to remember and stop by Findlay Downtown Toyota today.
This Wednesday, Walker's Furniture is going wild on prices and offering store-wide savings of 20 to 70% off to reduce our overstocked inventory. Our loss is your gain as we need to make room this Wednesday at Walker's.
People who come to the Inland Northwest rave about its beauty.
For those of us who live and work here, we couldn't agree more. From its iconic history
to a ton of new beginnings.
We have farm-to-table roots and access to nature right out our back door.
And as a community member, BECU wants to honor those who work together to make life better for our region.
Come out and enjoy top female athletes competing for the LPGA Tour. BECU, proud sponsor of the Epson Tour at Circling Raven Golf Course this August.
The new double pepperoni crazy crust pizza is so nice, we pepperonied it twice. With classic and old world pepperoni, sprinkled with toasted cheeses and garlic parm crust you've got to see in slow-mo. Available for $8.99 only at Little Caesars.
Pizza. At Mainstream, we know when your drain backs up, you need help fast. Call today for our $79 drain clearing special. In your neighborhood and ready to serve you when you need us most.
Electrical, heating, cooling, and plumbing. Choose smart. Call the company with heart. Mainstream.
You have reached the Spokane County Sheriff's Office, located at 1100 West Mallon Avenue.
The Spokane County Sheriff's Office is asking you to be careful when you hear that on your phone. The Sheriff's Office says you need to know about multiple reports of scammers threatening people or asking for personal information. Peter Choi joins us in studio tonight, and he explains what you need to know when you get calls like this. Peter.
Yes, scammers are trying to get your personal or banking information, which is the Spokane County Sheriff's Office says it could leave you vulnerable to ID theft and financial loss. And the detective says scammers use spoofing to make it look like a number associated with the sheriff's office. They give fake names of officers, in this case, James Watson and Lieutenant Kevin Baxter. And the goal is to use fear and intimidation to cause panic. And this is what the scam call sounds like. Take a listen.
For robbery and homicide, press 8. For Lieutenant Kevin Baxter, press 9.
Now, if you get a call like this, stop, think, and verify. The Spokane County Sheriff's Office says hang up and call Crime Check or call the agency right away. Again, the Sheriff's Office says it will not call and demand money for any reason. Here's another thing to remember. Do not call them back at the phone numbers they provide anytime. In studio tonight, Peter Choi, 4 News Now.
Well, it was some haves and some have-nots for sure with rain today. We got a lot of wet weather. Moses Lake, Othello into Lincoln County. And, well, you head further east and, well, not a lot happened, especially around Spokane, unfortunately. This may be the last good shot we have at rain for a while. We are heating up. Coming up in your First Alert forecast.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Ace Hardware.
The 4 News Now Extreme Team back in action. The Northwest Autism Center is expanding into a new space. All these cubicles have to go. The carpet's got to be removed, and we've got a couple of days to do it. It's coming in August. I'm Mark Peterson. 4 News Now Extreme Team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more, and of course you can't become, and bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT Turbo Max pickups, or get $5,100 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Did you know Move Fitness has swimming pools, full-length basketball courts, and hydro massage rooms to relax in after your workout?
Well, now you do, and you can get it all for about $1 a day.
So what are you waiting for? Join Move Fitness today.
Put your mind on island time and join Spokane Valley Summer Theater for the biggest party of the summer. The regional premiere of Jimmy Buffett's Escape to Margaritaville, running through August 20th at University High School Theater. Tickets at sbsummertheater.com or 509-368-7897.
Tori's deals and steals are always amazing. Now get this.
Tori, you've done it yet again.
This week, she's popping up live every morning across the nation. Right, Tori?
We're driving in and setting up with the best local deals and steals.
GMA all this week.
You can't miss it.
You didn't choose cat allergies. You didn't choose your hairline, hot flashes, the flu, or that thing when your knee just gives out for no reason. You didn't choose your bad back, or this, or that. You didn't choose depression, melanoma, or lactose intolerance. But with Kaiser Permanente, you can choose your doctor who works with other best-in-class specialists to care for all that is you.
The enduring summer heat is a sure reminder that the cool breezes of autumn are still a long ways off. But 7-Eleven is already offering a treat traditionally saved for the fall. More than a month and a half before the official start of fall, the pumpkin spice latte, pumpkin coffee, and pumpkin syrup are going to be available at 7-Eleven through October 31st. Rejoice, Matt Gray, rejoice.
What are we doing? It's warm out here. It's warm and it's humid. I am not thinking about pumpkin spice anything right now.
Embrace the flavor ahead of time.
I love the flavor.
Too soon?
We could at least wait till September, right? You know, my wife asked me about when we could start putting up fall decorations, and I was like, no. I don't know. What's going on? What's going on here? All right, let's get back to the weather. It is humid out there, and even though our rain is beginning to fade away in many areas, we are still going to be seeing this kind of muggier weather here for a couple more days before we really start to dry out again around the inland Northwest. So, you know, maybe your hair's a little curlier. Enjoy that. I have not been, but, you know, everybody's got their own thing. We got a flood watch going on through Spokane and Coeur d'Alene and then south through North Idaho until 11 p.m. I think this is likely to expire much earlier than that. And it was really because of all that moisture and the potential for heavy rain with slow-moving thunderstorms. Of course, you have to have those slow-moving thunderstorms to have that happen. And, well, things have really faded away here over the last couple of hours. Not a lot of action. Really, the only place we're seeing some storm action, or rather some shower action, no lightning, is in North Spokane County. We still have this shower on the Peon Prairie, kind of drifting in this north and west direction here towards Mount Spokane Road. We've got a little shower west of Chattaroy, and we got a little shower up well to the north of Deer Park near the county line. So yeah, you might run into a sprinkle here in northern Spokane County over the next hour. After that, well, don't think you're going to run into much of anything except dryness. So isolated storms continue through the evening. We're going to dry out on Tuesday as far as our rain chances, but then we'll have a chance for a little bit of sprinkle on Wednesday, so our humidity not going to go anywhere. And next week is looking hot, so summer about to come back, I think, in just a few days from now. Here's our future radar at about 9 o'clock. Still some action down around the Camas Prairie as the system pulls out of here. We'll still see some mostly cloudy conditions because another system's coming through. This one doesn't have a lot of moisture, at least enough to get us some actual rain out of this. Just a couple little sprinkles right along the U.S.-Canada border. And then here we go. This is Wednesday where we have just a slightly better chance for some rain. This is going to be a drop in the bucket. If we get a sprinkle here at about, you can see this is about 10 a.m. on Wednesday, that's not going to make a whole lot of difference. But at least in the North Idaho Panhandle, south to Coeur d'Alene and over to Spokane, we might see just a little bit of something, which I guess is better than nothing, considering that it is indeed the middle of August. So you can see these clouds. They are threatening at times. Not going to expect much more once again than just the occasional little sprinkle here as we head through your evening. Temperatures have fallen, though, down to 74 in Spokane, Coeur d'Alene. A little bit of haze in the sky still, and 78. Here's how tomorrow plays out. Feels pretty nice, mild. Once again, you'll feel that humidity in the morning in the low 60s, and then our highs get up into the lower 80s, and we'll see that cloud cover fluctuate throughout the day. Things get a little bit breezy with that weak weather system coming in and a 20% chance of rain for Wednesday. Take a look at how these temperatures, though, stay pretty nice all the way through Friday, and then we start to get back up again as we head into Saturday and Sunday. Still, looks like a pretty nice weekend, though. The 90s come back on Monday, and it looks like they may be sticking around for a while. Some major heat. Looks like it's going to be building across the Pacific Northwest next week.
Thank you, Matt. You're taking a live look at Philadelphia. The stormy Pennsylvania sky right now is just one of the cities threatened by severe weather across the country. Severe thunderstorms are expected from the deep south to New York as millions brace for potentially damaging hail, flash flooding, and possible tornadoes. ABC's Rena Roy has the latest.
Severe weather is slamming the East Coast, contributing to several thousand flight cancellations and delays across the country. These passengers forced to sleep on chairs at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport after their flight was canceled. Dangerous storms also hitting Pennsylvania just outside of Harrisburg. 3 people killed when this bus carrying up to 50 people hit another vehicle. Officials blaming torrential rain for the accident.
We did have 8 ambulances that assisted with us, as well as Lifeline, just because of how many people were involved in the amount of injuries.
More than 300 damaging storm reports from Colorado to Virginia over the weekend. In Hayesville, Indiana, widespread damage, structures destroyed.
Huge tornado.
There were at least 10 reported tornadoes, including this one in Sicily, Illinois.
Look how strong that is.
And forecasters say even more tornadoes are possible. The bullseye from Pennsylvania to Washington, D.C. and into the Appalachians. This as millions also battle intense heat. In Phoenix, Arizona, healthcare workers say hospitals have been overwhelmed by patients with heat-related illnesses.
It's a very, very troubling time. We haven't been this busy with regard to saturation in the hospital with the number of patients that are this sick since the COVID pandemic.
In Houston, Texas, meteorologist Travis Herzog at ABC affiliate KTRK sharing this video of water more than 100 degrees coming from his cold water tap. In Louisiana, Baton Rouge breaking their record for the most consecutive days of 100-plus degree temperatures. Across the country, nearly 3 dozen record highs could be broken or tied today from New Mexico to Florida. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Up next on 4 News Now, new developments out of Donald Trump's indictment. See why prosecutors are pushing to restrict the former president's activity on social media. And hear one driver's account of a bus crash that injured almost a dozen children in Idaho. That's next on 4 News Now.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
It's time for a new shower, but you don't want the hassle. You just want it done. Rebath. From start to stunning. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $750 off your tub or shower replacement.
Get ready for the momentous summer sale event at Adams Tractor. For a limited time only, we're slashing prices on top-of-the-line Toro and Gravely mowers. Whether you need a residential, commercial, zero-turn, or walk-behind mower, we've got you covered. And the savings, they're out of this world. Enjoy discounts of up to $1,500 off. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to transform your lawn. Visit Adams Tractor today and make your summer momentous. Adams Tractor, your trusted partner for all your lawn needs.
For over 20 years, my dad sold vehicles all over Eastern Washington. To the farmers and ranchers, the firefighters, to the military men and women at Fairchild, and of course, our friends and neighbors. He knew selling great vehicles at a fair price and taking care of the customer would build the foundation for years to come.
It was true then, and it's still true today. You see, we treat everyone like family because we are family.
We want you to like the deal and love your wheels.
Save thousands on the new Revolutionary Swim Spa at a one-time sale. Friday through Sunday. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation and one day only. New 2023 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Free admission. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Despite the cape, Tom here has no actual superpowers. He just entered the Super Sevens giveaway at Northern Quest. Now he's got a shot at $77,777 this month and a Yukon Denali next month. So naturally, he feels super. And we're feeling lucky he's not in a full spandex bodysuit. The Super Sevens giveaway at Northern Quest. Get your free entries daily. Details at northernquest.com.
It's time for a new shower, but you don't want the hassle. You just want it done. Rebath, from start to stunning. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $750 off your tub or shower replacement.
4 News Now is brought to you by Global Credit Union.
New tonight at 6 o'clock, federal prosecutors are seeking to prevent the former president and his legal team from spreading sensitive information on social media or in speeches as the 2020 elections case unfolds. ABC's M. Wynn has the latest from Washington, D.C.
Just before the 5 p.m. Eastern Standard deadline, Donald Trump's legal team responding to special counsel Jack Smith's motion for a protective order that sought to block the former president from commenting publicly on evidence shared with him in the election interference case. Trump's attorneys arguing for narrower limits that they say protect sensitive materials and ensures his right to free speech. Smith's request came after Trump released a post online Friday that appeared to threaten revenge, saying, "If you go after me, I'm coming after you." His team saying that message was directed at his political rivals, not officers of the court. Smith writing, if the defendant were to begin issuing public posts, for example, grand jury transcripts, it could have a harmful, chilling effect.
Not only do they want to violate President Trump's First Amendment rights, they want to violate freedom of the press.
Trump's attorneys sought a deadline extension this weekend, but Tanya Chutkin, the federal judge who will preside over this case, swiftly denied it.
They're trying to make it illegal to question the results of an election.
This all coming after Trump pled not guilty during his arraignment last week to 4 election-related counts, including conspiracy to defraud the United States. The magistrate judge that day warning Trump against attempting to influence witnesses, which could include former Vice President Mike Pence, who testified before the grand jury.
The day before January 6th, if memory serves, they came back, his lawyers did, and said, we want you to reject votes outright. They were asking me to overturn the election. I had no right to overturn the election.
Trump's lawyer suggesting they'd love to call Pence as a witness.
Mike Pence will be one of our best witnesses at trial.
Judge Chutkin has given the special counsel until Thursday to come up with a date to start a trial and is calling on Trump's defense team to propose their date next week. M. Wynn, ABC News, Washington.
Around the Northwest, near Boise, a bus full of kids coming back from summer camp crashed on Highway 55, rolling over. All 30 kids were sent to the hospital. 11 teens were hurt, 7 of them in critical condition. Maren Erickson describes the moment the bus overturned just feet away from her car.
As I approached the scene and realized that
multiple kids were being helped out of the bus, I just snapped into kind of solution fix-it mode.
Investigators are now working to find out what caused the crash. Well, the deadline for school bus registration is coming up. Learn about the new app that plans on making Spokane school buses safer.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
America. It's the Discover Summer Sales Event. Choose from a great selection of Ford trucks and SUVs equipped with the tech and comfort you need. Lock in great rates and get 1,000 trade assist cash on a 22 Escape or 23 Bronco Sport, only at your local Ford dealer.
Are you ready to step into the future of transportation? At Bill's Heating and AC, we're here to power your journey with convenient electric vehicle charging solutions. Take advantage of incredible tax credits and incentives available right now for EV charger installations. Our expert team can install chargers compatible with most makes or models of electric vehicles. Contact us now to learn more about our EV charger installations. Together, let's drive towards a cleaner and greener world.
This Wednesday, for one day only, Walker's Furniture is going wild and offering store-wide savings of 20 to 70% off. All bedroom furniture, all dining room furniture, all living room furniture is 20 to 70% off. Walker's is so overstocked, they're marking everything down to reduce the inventory immediately and going wild to give you the biggest savings of the season. It's going to be a one-day sale you can't afford to miss this Wednesday at Walker's Furniture.
What's in a name? A question that has never had more relevance. First American Title has been rebranded to Flying S Title and Escrow. Since 1905, we've been helping people protect their property rights. When the time comes to choose a title insurance and escrow company, the choice is clear: Flying S Title and Escrow. Idaho's longest operating, family-owned title and escrow company is now Flying S Title and Escrow. We're not new, but our name is.
America, come along with our adventure seekers, the Sanchez family, and discover summer with the Ford F-150. Lease a well-equipped 2023 F-150 for just $399 a month, only at your local Ford dealer.
Barbie plastic surgery.
The day that we have all been waiting for.
Next Inside Edition. She went under the knife for a Barbie nose and traveled all the way to Turkey for the operation.
It cost me around $4,000.
Wait till you see what she looks like now. Then runaway boat after the driver fell off. Meet the hero deputy who bravely jumped to the rescue. Next Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7. Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
We are now less than a month away from kids returning to school. This year, parents can track the bus their child is on before and after pickup through an app. Spokane Public Schools says the deadline for parents to register kids to ride the bus is this Thursday. The district says the new bus transportation system is safer, more reliable, and sustainable. Our Marissa Rio stepped on board one of the new buses and has more on what the system does to provide more safety to parents and kids.
These new buses Spokane Public Schools will be using are called Zoom. With an app, parents will be able to see where their kids are in real time. The Spokane Public School District is introducing 150 new buses for the 2023-2024 school year with Zoom. The 5-year contract with the company helps provide parents with a little more ease when sending their kids off to school. All that's needed is an app. How it works: kids are given an ID card to scan once they enter the bus. Through the app, parents can access driver details, real-time bus location, and pickup and drop-off times.
Parents have always wanted the transparency and the visibility of their children. I'm a parent of myself, and when I can know where my child is at any given moment, that's how it should be.
This bus system is already implemented in bigger cities like Los Angeles, Seattle, and San Francisco. Spokane Public Schools also have some experience. It started using Zoom alternative transportation last year.
So that was mostly around the smaller vehicles and vans, but the feedback was overwhelmingly positive from stakeholders and parents. They gave a lot of feedback on the app.
Zoom is 100% carbon neutral. The company offsets all its emissions and is working on a more sustainable future. If a child loses their ID card, Zoom will deactivate the old card and replace it with a new one. SPS parents should register children for the bus by August 10th so the district can finalize routes and stops. Registration will remain open if the August 10th date is missed. When school starts in the fall, all Spokane Public School students will be able to hop aboard one of these Zoom buses. For more information, you can go to our website at kxly.com. Reporting in Spokane, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
President Joe Biden is concerned about the increase in ransomware attacks on schools. Now the White House is gathering experts to look at ways to bolster cybersecurity. According to the White House, at least 8 states saw ransomware attacks against schools last year. In some cases, sensitive information like medical or behavioral histories were stolen and released online. Now we're taking a live look over Spokane. A lot of us picked up some rain this weekend, and a few of us are picking up some right now. Meteorologist Matt Gray has your forecast.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on the radar, and in North Spokane County, we are starting to see some heavy rain and even a little bit of lightning out there. So you can kind of see Spokane to Coeur d'Alene, right along the I-90 corridor. It is dry and it is quiet, but you head north on Highway 2 and 395, and all of a sudden things get a little soggy pretty quickly. So right in the Greenbuff area, we've got some heavy rain that's moving through your neighborhood right now. That is going to be headed towards Highway 2, slowly drifting that direction. Chattaroy, we've seen some heavy rain here over the past 20-30 minutes or so, and we just saw a couple of lightning strikes right along Long Lake near the Suncrest area and 9 Mile Falls, and you just saw another lightning strike pop up on your screen there. So in the 9 Mile, in the Suncrest area, time to head inside, or tell your friends to head inside while this storm kind of lingers in the hills up to the north of you and pounding some heavy rain just above you. Then we head further north, and you can see this little shower. This is near Loon Lake, and as this continues to head up into the mountains there, probably a good idea to head inside as well in Loon Lake, or tell your friends to, because once this heads up the hill, likely going to get a little bit stronger and could drop a few lightning bolts over the next 30 minutes. That's where all the action is. It is pretty quiet elsewhere. A couple more cells up at the Selkirks in Pend Oreille County. That's about it, and we're not expecting a whole lot of activity as we head through the rest of the night. Give it another hour or two, and then things will calm down pretty quickly as the sun sets, and we'll end up with temperatures in the 60s and still some humid air as we head into tomorrow morning. For the rest of the week, well, our pattern is going to be a lot different than what we saw this weekend. Your forecast coming up.
Thanks, Matt. Around the nation, 2 firefighting helicopters battling a Southern California brush fire collided in midair last night, killing 3 crew members on board. ABC's Melissa Adon has the latest details from Los Angeles.
A tragic midair collision between 2 helicopters that were assisting in fighting a Southern California brush fire, leaving 3 firefighters aboard one of the helicopters dead.
Here's copy midair collision between 37 Sierra and 5 Alpha Sierra. Request for 2 additional helicopters.
CAL FIRE says crews were battling a small brush fire Sunday just outside Palm Springs when their sky crane, a helicopter used to drop water and fire retardant, and a second helicopter that hovers above to observe and coordinate operations collided. The sky crane was able to land safely, but the other helicopter that was coordinating operations crashed into a hillside after the impact, killing all 3 on board.
We have lost 3 great individuals. 3 fathers, 3 husbands, 3 friends.
CAL FIRE identifying the victims as CAL FIRE Division Chief Josh Bischoff, Captain Tim Rodriguez, and the helicopter pilot Tony Souza. Overnight, a procession of dozens of firefighters and police officers leaving the scene with the victims' bodies.
This was a tragic loss for the community, the fire service community in CAL FIRE and Riverside County Fire Department.
The helicopter crash sparked another small fire that was eventually extinguished. The NTSB and FAA are now investigating this deadly crash to try and determine what went wrong. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
A pair of North Idaho construction projects might impact your commute in the next few months. In Post Falls, the Idaho Department of Transportation is upgrading Interstate 90 where it meets Highway 41. That'll put stress on Celtice Way. This is new video that shows just one eastbound lane open between Herborn Place and Ross Point. That will impact drivers heading east on I-90 and drivers heading north on Highway 41. Take a look at this. 2 westbound lanes on Celtice Way will still be open in that area, but they will be shared by through traffic and people making turns. In Rathdrum, construction on Highway 53 is adding a center turn lane inside city limits. Here's some new video of the construction that started a few hours ago. They're replacing a culvert for Rathdrum Creek and building ditches to help with drainage. All lanes should stay open during construction. Speed limit's going to be down to 25. IDT crews are adding a center lane between the Rathdrum Park and Silty Ranch Road. The goal is to give drivers a safe spot to turn while allowing through traffic to keep moving. Construction on the center lane starts after January. The project will take about a year. Coming up on 4 News Now, it was a weekend for the history books when Barbie and Oppenheimer first premiered. And we'll tell you just how much those studios made since opening weekend. And the outlook for Washington State University remains bleak as the Pac-12 continues to crumble. Coming up in sports, Alex Crescenti has more on what University President Kirk Schultz had to say.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Mysticwa Casino Hotel in Chewelah.
When I was told I had a brain tumor, my life disappeared in a moment. I feared for my future, but even more, I feared for the ones I love. How would they move on without me? But when my doctor told me about the Gamma Knife of Spokane, everything changed. I can get my brain tumor treated in just 1 day and continue living the life I love. Because of Gamma Knife, I have hope.
BECU isn't like other financial institutions, and the difference is people. Because we're not for profit, there's no boardroom of billionaires maximizing their margins. Our biggest stakeholders are people like you. It's our members who make money meaningful, so we focus on helping them thrive. It's the art student bringing beauty to his community that makes a college loan matter. It's the mother building her family's foundation that makes a mortgage matter. It's people that make BECU matter. People like you.
August 30th through September 4th, the 42nd Annual Pig Out in the Park returns to Riverfront Park in Spokane, Washington. Free admission, 64 food booths, 275 menu items, 4 adult beverage gardens, 107 free concerts on 4 stages. Headliners include Too Slim and the Tail Draggers, Samantha Fish featuring Jesse Dalton, Digital Underground, and BCDC's AC/DC Tribute. For a complete list of food booths and bands, go to pigoutinthepark.com. August 30th through September 4th, it's the 42nd Annual Pig Out in the Park. You'll never eat it all.
At Findlay Downtown Toyota, we have some of the best inventory we've had in years, including an entire city block full of used recent trade-ins, lease returns, and special purchases. Plus, all vehicles come with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty. And if you're looking for a new truck, SUV, or Camry, Toyota's got new inventory rolling in with great financing options. So make it a summer to remember and stop by Findlay Downtown Toyota today.
Next ET and Only Murders in the Building exclusive.
Behave yourselves.
Our sneak peek is Meryl Streep and Paul Rudd join the cast.
Please don't give up on me.
Next ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
Start your day with Good Morning Northwest and
Good Morning America.
The T-shirt design contest for the 48th annual Bloomsday race is on. Runners and artists alike are invited to submit their designs for the chance to leave their mark on one of the most coveted race souvenirs and a $1,000 cash prize. So let your imagination run wild. For all the contest guidelines, just find this story. It's on KXLY.com.
Will stick figures win me $1,000, Aaron?
No, I don't think so. You gotta,
oh well.
Maybe a little more artistic presence.
Yeah, I think I got to practice a couple years before I get into that. Hey, your focus has, and as it has been for the last several days, has been all about the rain, right? So we broke a 27-day streak without measurable rainfall on early Sunday morning in Spokane. It was not a lot, but I know a lot of folks got somewhere around 1/4 of an inch from some of that rain on Sunday. And if you picked up some more rain today, you're in good shape. Because in the month of August, around Spokane and around Coeur d'Alene, we usually average a little bit under ½ an inch. So, hey, not bad. We still got a good chunk of the month to go. At least we can have a close to average month. That would be nice, considering how 2023 has gone. And in central Washington, desperately needing some rain. Look at this. All these areas in green, over ½ an inch. So somebody got some rain, even if you didn't, at your house. It's just how things go sometimes with these scattered thunderstorms. Rain's starting to fade to the Chattaroy area and still going, at least for a little bit, around Green Bluff. This is definitely the big storm, though, that's pulling away from Highway 291 in the Suncrest area. Likely going to see some sprinkles around Tum Tum, and then we still have some lightning bolts firing out from this one. So, hey, at least some places, once again, getting at least a little bit of rain in what should be a fairly dry night, I think, for most of us. We have another chance for rain coming up, but it is not very good at all. When you see these kind of downward dips in the jet stream here, that usually is a sign that we have a little bit of moisture coming in, and we can at least have a chance to pick up some rain. Unfortunately, this one not looking nearly as promising as what we saw over the weekend, and well, that ended up having some fairly mixed results. What I want to show you here now is what happens after Wednesday, because then we're really going to start drying out and we're really going to start warming up. So expect by the time we get into the weekend, you can see these darker orange colors, high pressure's taken back over, and we are in the sunny, dry, and warm weather pattern that we got so used to over the last month or so. And then, well, as we head into the week beyond, after the weekend, well, things get even more interesting. A really, really strong ridge of high pressure, a heat dome, as a matter of fact, out over the North Pacific, trying to creep this direction. Where this sets up exactly going to be really important for our temperature forecast next week. Regardless, it's going to be hot. We'll at least, I think, be in the 90s as we head through next week. So mid to kind of middle, late August, yeah, going to be on warm, even out on the west side, which needs this rain just about as bad as we do. Temperatures right now, mid-70s. Man, enjoy these cool temperatures while we've got them. And we're going to keep them for a few more days. Our lows tonight right around 60 degrees, some 50s and 40s out there. And highs tomorrow only around 82. But you can see some upper 80s and low 90s starting to creep into some of our more lower elevation locations. Here's how we expect things to go. Staying in that low mid-80s range through Friday, looking pretty nice. Then we get into the upper 80s on Saturday and Sunday, and then as we head into next week, those 90s start to roll back in.
Thank you, Matt. And make sure you download the 4 News Now weather app to keep up with the forecast near you. Watch for thunderstorms on the interactive radar and turn on notifications to get important alerts. We'll send them straight to your phone. Just search KXLY in your app store. Download now. It was a historic weekend for the film industry with this summer's 2 blockbuster films, Barbie and Oppenheimer, rewriting Hollywood history books with a little help from the oppressive heat blanketing much of the country over the past few weeks. Well, 3 weeks after its debut, Barbie has brought in more than $1 billion worldwide, and Oppenheimer collected more than $500 million. Total box office sales so far this year are already $1 billion above last year's sales through the same time frame. That's according to the chief analyst with Box Office Pro, who says, quote, as we get into July and August, the dog days of summer, the heat can be a driving or determining factor at the box office. In Hollywood, there's no deal in sight for the historic strikes, bringing the entertainment industry to a halt. A failed meeting Friday was seen as the first potential thaw between the writers and the producers union. A spokesman for the studio says they remain committed to finding a deal with both unions, but there are currently no plans at all to resume talks.
They're not speaking to us, so I don't know what that comment was, that they want to seek a deal, when you have to be able to negotiate and talk to the opposition to make a deal.
Writers and actors are seeking better pay, improved residual payments, and protections against job losses due to the use of artificial intelligence. It won't be long before audiences and studios feel the pinch of the strike. Production has halted on several highly anticipated sequels, including the next installment of Mission Impossible, Deadpool, and Gladiator. Well, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Life happens, and you can't always wait for 2-day free shipping. Instead, head to your local Ace hardware store, where we've got just what you need in stock right now. Our experts give you the knowledge and personal touch you can't find online. And when you need help fixing your broken screen, unclogging that drain, need an extra key made, or that hard-to-find nut or bolt, we're right around the corner with the helpful advice and products you need without the wait. Great Homes of Idaho is having their grand opening August 11th through the 13th in Post Falls. Come in and tour their beautiful model homes by Kit Custom Home Builders, highly customizable with features and options you'll love. Great Homes has been helping customers in Montana create their dream homes for over 25 years. And with their expansion to Post Falls, they would love to help you experience the same. Join them for their August celebration featuring prize drawings and a 20% discount certificate towards numerous upgrades. Only available during this grand opening weekend.
Be advised, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to save 40 to 80% on a hot tub and swim spa Friday through Sunday. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2023 inventory. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. See the revolutionary swim spa. You can exercise, swim, and relax without the expense and maintenance of a pool. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. 18-month interest-free financing. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Summer's here, so journey to where you've never gone. Achieve what you've never done. Discover who you've never been. Behind the wheel of something ready for where you want to go. All in a new CUV with standard all-wheel drive during Mazda's Season of Discovery sales event.
Come test drive the first ever 3-row Mazda CX-90, now optional as a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. Just east of Division on North Foothills Drive or online at SpokaneMazda.com.
From the 5 a.m. morning regulars to those gotta fit it in lunchtime rush business goers to the busy moms that need childcare so they can just have a little time to themselves. Move Fitness is here for you, serving up the largest variety of workout options in Spokane with a new location opening soon to provide you the best results for your workout needs. Move Fitness.
Join the movement. Who will be ABC's next American Idol? Sign up now to audition.
Well, after the Pac-12 was cut down to just 4 teams over the weekend, you knew the conference realignment wasn't going to stop from there, and the league is still moving at this point. But as it stands right now, there still isn't any positive news to report regarding Washington State, who probably have the most to lose in all of this, but the fan base knows where they stand relatively on the national stage. However, it doesn't help with things like this when other schools may be trying to stab you in the back. According to Action Network's Brett McMurphy, one anonymous Pac-12 president contacted a Big 12 president and asked if the conference could take all 9 of us except Oregon State and Washington State. So comments like that certainly aren't going to help with the trust level of Coug fans. I can speak for myself there. But the bad news just keeps coming for WSU. Also, according to McMurphy, reported today, the Big 12 has no appetite to add any remaining Pac-12 schools or San Diego State. They already added Arizona, Arizona State, Utah, and Colorado all in a matter of a couple of weeks. So that means the amount of landing spots are shrinking fast for the Cougs and the Beavers. And leadership at the university is well aware of the situation, and it isn't great. In a statement today, President Kirk Schulz said, in part, on Friday morning, we were shocked when the University of Washington and University of Oregon announced they had accepted Big Ten invitations. I genuinely felt on Friday morning we would sign the needed paperwork, finalize the deal with Apple, and move the Pac-12 towards a brighter future. Now, the Huskies were one of those teams that allegedly destroyed any chance at a deal, and that was one of the final straws for the conference. But according to the university president, Anna Marie Kaus, they did not have the deal that they thought was viable for securing their future.
This was not just about dollars and cents. This was about national visibility for our players, being on linear TV so that they could be seen, so that they could have the national exposure. It was about stability. It was about a contract that didn't have a 2 years and you can all split up. It was about having a future that we could count on and build towards.
Now, there's even more bad news for Wazoo this evening, as Cal and Stanford are reportedly in talks with the ACC, and that would almost certainly doom the Cougs for their future in athletics. But Schulz also added in a statement today that they are pursuing all options at this point. He just can't tell us what they're exactly looking at. Aaron, send it back over to you.
Alex, thank you. A Wisconsin boy helped raise thousands of dollars for his little brother's cancer treatment, all by selling just 2 of his chickens. When 4-year-old Cashton Perkapile was diagnosed with stage 4 liver cancer, a family friend offered to take care of his livestock. And this was when Cashton's older brother, Callan, had the idea to auction off his younger brother's chickens to raise money for treatment. Callan's idea caught the attention of the Rock County community, who helped raise $12,000 for Cashton's medical expenses.
The support from everyone is overwhelming and wonderful. I mean, our gratitude and thankfulness and it all is beyond what we can even express most of the time.
Cashton has had 5 treatments so far, and his family says he's doing well. His chickens, Chick-fil-A and KFC, are doing fine as well at their new homes. Well, a study found a large number of older American women are potentially overdiagnosed with breast cancer and as a result could get unnecessary treatment. The lead author says the cancers are real but would have laid dormant in the body and never caused symptoms. The researchers estimate women 85 and older were the age group most likely to be overdiagnosed at 54%. The new research explains why more people around the world are becoming resistant to antibiotics. Scientists say air pollution may be to blame. They examined a type of pollutant and antibiotic resistance in 166 countries and found the more pollution in the air, the higher level of antibiotic resistance, which has become a major problem around the world. The UN says antibiotic resistance is a fundamental threat to the entire planet's health and safety.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Yeah, I'm a little over my head here.
When you're looking for a company that's noteworthy, look no further than Mainstream Plumbing.
Are you ready to unleash the power of productivity? Get ready for the ultimate workhorse, the Kubota BX Series tractors at Adams Tractor. With a powerful engine, versatile attachments, and compact size, these tractors can tackle any job with ease. For a limited time, Adams Tractor is offering a special deal, 0 down, 0% APR financing for up to 84 months. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Visit Adams Tractor today and unleash the power of the Kubota BX Series tractors. We have loads of tractors in stock. Get yours now.
The 4 News Now Extreme Team back in action. The Northwest Autism Center is expanding into a new space. All these cubicles have to go. The carpet's got to be removed, and we've got a couple of days to do it. It's coming in August. I'm Mark Peterson. 4 News Now Extreme Team brought to you by Horizon Credit Union.
Introducing the pizza so nice, we pepperonied it twice. The new double pepperoni crazy crust pizza from Little Caesars. Picture this: classic pepperoni and crispy curly old world pepperoni, sprinkled with toasted cheeses, finished with a garlic parmesan crust that must be seen in slow-mo to be believed. Holy moly, are you picturing this? Get a large double pepperoni crazy crust for just $8.99. Available all day or hot and ready from 4 to 8 p.m. Only at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. A nice relaxing stay? We got you. Wanna be entertained? We got you. Wanna play golf all day? We got you. Go to Lake Casino. The winning is just the beginning.
It's the $180,000 plus van life giveaway. Saturday, September 30th, you could drive away with a new 2023 Pleasureway Tofino van and $7,000 in cash. Start earning entries August 1st. Visit cdacasino.com for details.
Go to Lake Casino. The winning is just the beginning.
At Kaiser Permanente, we care for all those who make your family, well, your family. That's why all of us work together to give them the care and caring that any family would. Kaiser Permanente, for all that is you.
Yeah, I'm a little over my head here.
When you're looking for a company that's noteworthy, look no further than Mainstream Plumbing.
4 News Now is brought to you by Foothills Mazda.
Give you a last look at your radar for North Spokane County before we say good night. Deer Park, you're winning the rain lottery.
Hey.
Hey, there you go.
Someone had to do it.
A little bit of lightning. This should not last too long, probably about 30 minutes.
That's a quick one. In and out.
In and out.
Gone. Well, I want to say I hope it's a quick in and out for my friends Lindsay and Alex, who are having a baby tonight. They're in the hospital, so maybe that's a little too crude way to put it, a quick in and out, but the best of luck to them as they go through that life-changing situation. I think that's going to be wonderful for them, so we wish them the best luck and the best health as they go through that tonight. Quick in and out. That's a good way to describe it, right?
Yeah, like I have a lot of experience.
Just pop in, have a baby, pop right back, and head
Simple
home.
as that, right? I mean,
It's simple. It's easy. That's what they all say, right?
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app. See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.